So here we are, first game of OG Fortnite. In this video, I'll play my first 100 solo games of the new season. I was super torn on where to land until I decided my first drop will be Flush Factory. I missed the landing, had to land to the factories close by. I haven't really played Fortnite in the last 2 years, and I'm used to Minecraft keybinds. I don't think I'll be in contention for winning in the first couple of games. Despite that, I got into the top 10 without anything really happening. And you can really see how rusty my muscle memory is in this fight. You know, it isn't really that long ago I just honestly thought I'd never play this game again. Yet, here we are. The internet gods weren't too graceful to me in the first game. 60 ping is a huge disadvantage, especially in a real build fight. And I haven't been in one for years. I tried camping in a bush and that was my demise. Game 2 I'm landing Paradise Palms, cause it's at the start of the bus and my attention span was drained by TikTok. I'm just kidding. I never installed TikTok. I watch YouTube shorts. I hit this guy for 100 white, though he was clearly still living. He didn't last much longer, but it's still kind of annoying. Ended one more innocent life before leaving the desert. Let me tell you, getting a scar from a chest still has the same joy in it like 5 years ago. It feels like I know this map so well, even though I was freshly 11 when season 5 was around. Today I probably wouldn't even be able to play the game because there's actual verification. But you know, back in my day, I'd just say I'm 21. I gathered some insane loot and got into the top 6 just to brain lag and die. Game 3, I'm dropping good old empty junction. I spent a lifetime here in chapter 1 cause I can't win if I'm forced to fight other people. I hope I'm not alone on this issue. I snuck up to this blue squire and caught him with a boogie bomb. This was a sweet kill. And this is officially the first recorded time more than 2 people landed at Junction. This is bizarre. After looting up Junction, I would always visit Haunted Hills as well. No one would ever land here either, cause they were frightened about my arrival. I killed one more guy before camping in a bush for the rest of the game. However, camper of the year goes to this dude, who'd still be sitting with that bush on today if I didn't get the idea to hide in it. Top 2 situation, and I got one shot by a semi-auto, which I thought was a bolt. Next game, I decided to release my anger in Tilted Towers, and got even angrier after placing 95th. What? This is an OG Fatal. This bar used to be a house, this game's unplayable. Game 6, I landed Greasy Grove, and met a quick end once again. And next game, I lost the pickaxe battle at Salty, and ran away to save my life. I accidentally got stuck on a tree in Dusty. Of course it was no problem at all, they call me Tarzan. You know, most of this gameplay really makes me feel like I'm back in chapter 1. A part of me thought this would just not be the same and that you can't bring back the feeling, but it's just surreal. I made it to top 2 and lived before my opponent got into my box. I'm tragic at that. Game 8, I ran someone over at Lazy Links and clutched up with a green pistol before inevitably dying. I wanted to drop Salty Game 9 until I saw a llama in the distance. Thank God it doesn't run from you anymore, this is much better. This guy was blocking traffic under the bridge. His penalty was death. I probably should have just rifted here. It's never good to be in a fight with more than 2 people. And I decided to go to Tilted Towers the next game, which means I chose to die. Game 11 is Risky Reels and I didn't even flinch. In Greasy Grove, I managed to get a kill, but still died. I died too early, too many games in a row, so I'm dropping Wailing Woods. Only psychos go there. Just as I expected, I'm the only one for miles out. Can't say the same about Lonely Lodge. Decided this guy was not worth me dying and drifted away. However, the same default laser found me and got sent back to chapter 4. You know, speaking of chapters, I'm actually really hyped up for a new start in chapter 5 after playing for a while. I might start recording more Fortnite videos on my second channel too. Got into another top 2 situation, but I was low on mats, low on health, and died in the storm. And game 14, I landed, saw, and died. You know, I was already top 2 3 times, top 10 numerous times. I just gotta win soon. But game 15, I died immediately. Didn't have any more luck in Lucky Landing. The name's clearly a scam. And game 17, I got 2 quick kills before dying a very painful death. This time we're back at Junction. I just can't survive anywhere where there's signs of players. I got to Lazy Links, where I got 2 kills before I had to rift away or else I'd die. I hid in Wailing Woods for the rest of the game. I told you, only psychos like me go here. Suddenly, I found myself in a 1v1, trapped under a bridge. I dodged all his rockets and got stuck behind his wall, but against all the odds, it was me who won this game. Well, now that I got my first win, I gotta try back to back. I landed Pueblos, but immediately fled because there were 2 other people there. Despite me roaming the map for the entire game, I had awful loot, but it didn't stop me from killing this guy. I got very lucky with Storm. All the players had to push me, and in the top 2 situation, I rifted on top of the guy and got my second win. Game 20, I wanted to drop Junkyard, but kinda didn't stick the landing. Guess I'll just walk there. What a shame to get killed from the sky with a grey burst. This computer got hit so hard, the damage didn't even show. I met another guy in a golf cart and we instantly became friends. You know, this is the OG spirit, you can immediately sense it. My trust in humanity just vanished. It probably should have happened, I'm just mad he ruined my winning streak. I really should have been the one to pull the trigger. The next game, I went to dominate retail, but instead exploded myself. And game 22, I couldn't help it but go to retail again and get flattened once more. Flush Factory should have been the absolute hotspot this game, but it's Flush. No one voluntarily landed here even if they got the OG map back forever for it. Oh, and I died to the first player I met. That's the entire reason I landed those places. Game 24, I managed to get 2 quick kills before getting humbled again. And game 25, I'm dropping the POI most known for its scammy name. It's called Loot Lake, but you won't find any loot there. I got a grey AR and a green tac, which is definitely above average. Still managed to win a fight over a guy who clearly got scammed too. But the Loot Lake blessings weren't enough to defeat a sweat. And the following game, I sentenced myself to death in the towers. Good thing I landed Haunted Hills game 27. Didn't have to pay for the coffin transport. I'm alone at risky this game. It's the first time I'll make it out of this place alive. Guess I still had to get rid of this fella, but I wouldn't really classify him as an existential threat. Snatched 1 more AI kill before I got sent back to the lobby by a guy who didn't leave the computer since the original chapter 1. Game 29 is good old Dusty Divot, and I killed the guy who just landed. At least he was reasonable and didn't give me a hard time. Fortnite made it so that you can't pick up any item instead of a rift to go, but I'm an extraordinary specimen of the human species and I found a way to do it anyway. I flew to retail, where I eliminated both players in a 3-man fight. That was very impressive, I usually avoid them at all costs. Got 1 more kill in Lazy before I made it to the top 3 in a bush. 1 more player died in a collective fight, and I was once again faced with a 1v1 situation. However, the storm started moving fast, and I ended up with low health, little mats, and high up in the air. I took 1 last shot, but it wasn't enough, and I ended second, while my opponent lived on 1 HP. Well, that was a big disappointment, but life goes on. I dropped Junction and was able to kill my only competitor there in this tragedy of a fight. Honestly, if I was a shooter, Tupac would be releasing a new album tomorrow, but that's just what life is at the moment. As usual, I headed to Haunted Hills where I got 1 more kill. Then I shot the crap out of this guy in a golf cart. I didn't even want the kill that much, I just wanted to steal his cart. In classic fashion, I got into the top 3 camping in the bush. You know, I need someone to explain to me exactly how this bot got into the last 3 players. I went to push the last guy who was hiding behind a truck, but man pulled out the rocket launcher, and my dreams of winning that game could quickly be over. Game 31, I landed the mansion near Lonely, and the loot was not bad at all for a spot like that. I'm actually looking for a place to land in this season's Victory Cups, and this might be the perfect spot. I got engaged in a fight at retail and got outplayed, but was able to escape with 1 HP and had a chug jug. The next game, I went to Lazy and got wasted. Game 33, I dropped Tomato Temple and got 2 quick AR kills. Then I barely made it out of a fight near the tunnel. I headed towards Dusty, where I was able to boogie bomb this guy before I misclicked and accidentally rifted away. Luckily, man was dumb enough to get boogie bombed again, and I had little problem killing him after that. I decided that was enough action for one game and hid in the roof of a watchtower next to Loot Lake for the rest of it. To be honest, I most definitely wasn't at my computer during this time, and when I came back, it was already top 3. I tried making it a 1v1 by killing one of the players, which I did, but at a huge health cost. I was grappling onto my last opponent, but he somehow boogie mobbed me midair and pumped me into the face. And game 34, I won a pickaxe fight at Lazy before being shot in the back and placed 98th. The next game, I managed to win the fight at Retail before getting shredded in the back once more. This game, I'm back at Flush, where I shouldn't get killed, and if my accuracy wasn't that of a 4-year-old, I didn't have to. Game 37, I wanted to land Tilted, but then considered Salty a less suicidal option. However, all the houses were already taken, leaving me with this small shack, where I got a bush. Great start. I was able to sneak in the White House basement and drift away. While gliding, I spotted a llama. This must be the most random start to a game ever, but I finally found guns and should be okay. I moved into the desert, where I got 2 kills and also found the purple tack. This is turning out not bad at all. I got a purple pump as well. Sometimes the green pumps all the money, and now it's gonna make me decide. Though I don't think it matters that much anyway. I got unalived shortly after. Landing Salty Springs again, game 38. This time I won a pickaxe fight and got 1 more kill before dying myself. Game 39 was another perfect demonstration of my grievous aim, and I feel like placing 69th really fits the mood as well. The next game, I peacefully looted Risky Reels and Tomato Temple all by myself before dying in my first encounter. Game 41 was a quick death at Junk Junction. Can't believe someone actually went there. It was at the very end of the bus. I had to land the most random house in the game at least once. You know, the guy who created this was really just like, I don't want to do the second floor, let me just crank some builds on top of it and it'll be fine. Got a kill at Tomato before I later got eliminated at Pleasant Park. Landing Shifty Shafts game 43, I got a kill but didn't last much longer than that. Game 44, I killed 2 players at Tomato before I got absolutely bodied from the back, and despite my efforts to escape, I got eliminated. Next game I went to Salty, where I got to kill a defenseless man. Come on, we all secretly enjoy those kills the most. Then I felt threatened though and rifted away. I picked up 3 easy kills at Dusty before traveling the whole map without finding anyone else. I finally did at Tilted and he brought me death. And game 46, I got exploded by a rocket launcher at Greasy. Game 47, I missed my landing to junk a bit, which is no problem, I'll just get inside with this ATK. Perfect, now let's get to looting. It looks like someone was already here and I'm dead. The next game, I'm at Junk Junction again, but this time alone. So I have a considerable chance of not dying here. Stayed there a little longer to loot Haunted as well and almost got caught in the storm, but I knew what I was doing. Made it into the top 8 without fighting anyone before I killed a soccer skin that underestimated me severely. I sniped someone's boots and then I died in the top 3. You know, I haven't won in almost 30 consecutive games in a row now, and I wouldn't say it's getting frustrating. I just kinda wanna kill myself at the moment. Oh, whoa, hold on. This tree used to be destructible. It's another scam, I can't believe it. Anyway, yeah, I died at Shifty. Game 50, I landed Lazy and died immediately. And game 51 is the same old story, just at Salty. Game 52 is the first time I changed my skin, cause that's the reason I've been losing this entire time. I was able to loot the entirety of Lonely Lodge, Wailing Woods, and the racetrack without running into anyone, and I got pretty outstanding loot. There were only 6 people remaining when I met my first AI. Despite there already being a moving circle, there were still 4 players alive, and I found myself in a terrible spot where I died. The reason I'm playing with Zenith is cause it was my very first skin. The first thing I ever bought in Fortnite was the Season 7 Battle Pass, and it kinda went south from there. Game 53, I had a very successful drop to Greasy Grove. I got 3 kills and walked out of there with nice loot. Got 1 more kill near Tilted before I got shot on an ACK and decided to rift away. I can't even tell who's an AI and who's just bad at this point. This guy looked too disoriented to be a bot, but you never know. I defeated a guy in the top 3 and was once again faced with a 1 vs 1 situation. I've been in those countless times by now, but I have a really poor record in them. He tried to spam his way into my box, but I edited him in, placed a trap on the floor, and closed him in for my 3rd win in OG Fortnite. I voiced the last 11 games away from home, so hopefully the difference wasn't too noticeable, but I'm trying to finish this as soon as possible. I haven't uploaded in almost 2 months, and it's season 6 now, so Loot Lake's traffic has risen by 1000% overnight. But game 54, I landed Lazy Links and cleared it out with 2 kills. Then I almost died near Dusty, but the guy must have gotten distracted and I was able to escape and fully heal up. I got shot in the back while purchasing Rift to Goes, so I guess they came in hand. But while gliding over Tilted, I got shot dead. Well, I guess I might as well land floating Loot Lake a couple times. I'll record a separate 20 drops to season 6 Loot Lake and later Frosty Flights for my 2nd channel as well, because I want to drop those 2 locations a little more, but that won't stop me from dropping here in those 100 drops as well. A lot of those games will probably be quick deaths though, especially until Loot Lake stops being a hotspot. Game 56, I managed to get a kill, but no more than that. And game 57 was no different. Game 58, I didn't even get that kill. I decided I have had enough dying and not to drop Loot Lake for a while. I went to Risky instead, got in a fight, and had to rift away. Met another guy at Lazy, whilst already being low, and that was my demise. I was chilling in my fortress at Salty game 60, before someone snuck up to me with a pump. Game 61, I got a kill at Retail, before I beat-bombed myself in a build fight, and almost paid the price. But I got eliminated at Container shortly after. Next game, I'm back at Loot Lake, and back to placing 97th. And game 63, I'd meet the same end if I didn't rift away. I looted at Motel instead, and then headed towards Lazy, where I got a kill and then died. I've been dying a lot really early in the last few games. Actually a lot of games. So I'm taking a slow approach at Flush this time. Someone actually landed there, but I was 100% sure it was a bot. Not because of the name or the movement, just because no human ever decides to land Flush. The edge of the circle was all the way at Dusty, where I survived the fight on 5 health and 9 shields. And I only won this fight because he was AFK and I hit him for 100 in advance. I killed the guy to make it top 3, but I got stuck in the tree while moving to the circle and died in Storm. I finna be lonely at Lonely Lodge. Well, except for this guy who didn't fit the landing too well. Yeah, well, the loot was fine, it just had one flaw. I didn't find the shotgun. And now I'm in the fight, this is probably my end. Are you laughing? Because it was supposed to be a joke. Come on, of course I gotta move a trap. Then I killed the guy who was white with a grenade launcher. Cause killing black people's racist. Okay, I'm finished. Alright, this video will get 18 views. I'm fine. I got 2 scar kills from 200 meters and found myself in the top 2. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it look like this one was hard. I just shot him with my scar and didn't even take a hit from him. Game 66, I got a purple pump for my first chest and thought I had won the game, but guess not if I missed every shot. And I felt confident again game 67 and that never pays off. Frosty Flights are now in the game, so I'm definitely dropping there. But as I said, I'll make a separate 20 drops on them for my 2nd channel. It's the location I have the most memories from, and I think it deserves it. I'd killed the first guy I met, haven't he rifted away. The second guy was a bit more sweaty though when he got me. Game 69, I landed and got lasered into the back onto 4 HP. Of course the guy chased me, who wouldn't, but I'm a legend. Didn't panic, and caught him lacking. Then I took a plane to the circle and found llama on the way. I landed on 2 guys at Dusty and ended them. The rockets already being prepared reminded me of how little time we all have to enjoy this map. And later I got sniped while fighting on a hill. A chug jug, 2 chug jugs. Okay, chill out, this is just too many. Oh yeah, and I died in my first fight. Game 71, I gave Fatal Fields 1 more shot, and it was probably the last. The barn instead of the house just feels wrong. I went to Whaling the next game, and I think it's safe to say I was the only human there. I killed one guy at Salty and got in a build fight with another one. I tried to get high ground on him by rifting up top. I just didn't realize he'd use it to escape. Then I defeated a guy in a massive build fight at Dusty before moving to the final circle and getting another kill. Someone died in Storm in the top 3 and suddenly it became a 1v1. I couldn't seem to find the last person until I spotted him in the containers because of my low view distance. And it looked like the most AI of all AIs. You know what I mean. Epic, please remove bots in chapter 5. I want to play against real people, please. I tried a couple trick shots on him, got him stuck in my build, until I eventually claimed my victory royale. Game 73, I landed Loot Lake again, but immediately flew over to Tilted, where I saw 2 llamas from afar. Then I participated in a massive quadruple fight where I was doomed to die. Game 74, I landed Polar Peak and got 3 sniper eliminations from almost 300 meters. Not a single one of them were bots for sure. Why are my lobbies full of bots? This is making me look like I'm garbage at the game. I died in my first encounter. I didn't know how to leave the drift board. And the next game I got 2 kills at Pueblos before I died in a triple fight at the nearby gas station. Game 76 I landed Risky where I got some nice loot and killed my competition. Then I moved towards the center where a guy walked through 7 of my builds and killed me. Game 77 I went to Tilted where I got a kill, but then this dude got me with a clinger. At least I took him out with me. And game 78 I died immediately at the Palms. Season X is here and it's the final stretch of the season now. I landed the Meteor. To be honest, this must be one of the most original and unique places in the game, even after 4 years. I died quite early in the center. Game 80 I got a kill at the Meteor again before rifting all the way to Snobby. I casually got into the top 2 just by kinda not meeting anyone. I tried my hardest to get the win, but failed. I'm actually surprised no one's landing the Meteor now. Feels weird. I got 2 kills at Tomato and Wailing before trying to escape from a build fight and getting shot out of the air. And game 82 I died at Paradise. Game 83 I looted up well at Loot Lake and then died in my first fight at Tomato Temple. Next game I went to Tilted, and you already know how those stories end. I wanted to go there again, but rather went for a llama nearby. Thank God I beated this drift to it. Dying like this would have been tragic. I returned to Tilted where I got a beautiful foot knock kill, but got knocked back into his grenade at the same time and didn't make it out alive. I don't know why I keep landing Tilted. My chance of winning those games is like minus 50%. I got a rocket launcher very early and got 2 kills with it before dying exactly how I'd imagined in this kind of game. And game 87 I got 2 kills again and then died to an aura. Game 88, I killed an overconfident Lewis Hamilton before meeting the inevitable. Wow, I keep landing here. I must love death. Remember that big tree cup stuff I was talking about like 15 minutes ago? Yeah, forget that. I don't have time to compete. I took too big of a bite by making 4 videos on OG Fortnite. That game I got a cool kill with a jetpack, but otherwise is the usual. And game 90, I died in a pickaxe fight on top of the clock tower. I don't know what hit me game 91, but I'm not landing Tilted. By the way, I still haven't played the Frosty Flights drops. I'm gonna be doing that very last. Hopefully I make it, otherwise I've been lying to you this whole time. This game I won't be commentating to give you some of that crisp raw OG Fortnite footage. And definitely not because I'm lazy to do so. Well, I didn't drop Tilted and suddenly it's a win. But of course you always gotta balance a win with a Tilted drop. That's the rules, everybody knows that. Game 93, I went to Loot Lake, found 2 llamas, got a bot kill and got eliminated. Next game I dropped to Snobby Shores, got a kill and then died to fall damage at the village lair. Game 95 I landed back to the Meteor before I flew around the entire map of a plane and won a close fight at Frosty Flights. Did y'all know you don't get glide redeploy after you shot out of a plane? I don't know nothing about that. We got 5 more games ahead, and you can tell how late in the season this is played by me wearing the Eminem skin. I landed Lazy Links and got 4 casual kills before getting this really cool quickscope kill. Also epic. Why don't my headshot snipes show the damage? There was absolutely no reason to change this. This is lame. At the start of the season, I thought it was a bug, but just why? Yeah, and I died in my next fight. Game 97, I got a sniper from my first chest at Salty and got 2 kills with it. Then I got 2 more kills before dying at one of the pirate outposts. And game 98, I got 2 kills at Dusty before dying the new most embarrassing death, Junk Rift. And game 99, I was the leading retail row with 3 kills, and then I got third partied. Okay, it's game 100. Let's try my hardest to win the last game.